Hey everybody, welcome back to my Eurovision React Review channel. So firstly, I'm really sorry about the delay in this video. By the time it goes out, really the kind of shelf life of this video seems the fact that Poland's finals on Saturday, the shelf life is going to obviously be quite small. I had every intention of doing this a lot quicker, but unfortunately, on my way back from work, a hole happened in my bag and my keys to my apartment fell out. So they're somewhere in Milan. So what I've been doing is I've been trying to locate a spare set. So I'm back in, but yeah, I'm a bit emotionally exhausted from the whole experience. But I'm in now, and I've calmed down. So basically, if you are a subscriber to my channel, you know that what I try to do once I react to songs from national finals is I give a couple of days where I kind of just listen to them and kind of see how they settle, and then I give my personal top 10. Now, this is a personal top 10, and what I mean by that is it's just personal preferences. It's not predictions, it's not what I think Poland should do. I am not a judge in the national final. It's just after listening to these 10 songs, which of them do I connect with the most and which ones do I not connect with the most. So yeah, I think I feel I need to do that as a disclaimer, because yeah, it's a personal top 10. After this, the world's not going to end. So, yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch the recaps. And as each song comes on, I'm going to kind of tell you where it ranks in my personal top 10. Before I do this, can I just say that genuinely, since my reaction of all of the songs of Poland's national final, I'm not saying this because I have a vested interest, because as I've professed, I am Polish, part Polish, British and Polish. But I've genuinely enjoyed listening to these. There are songs that actually on first listen I was meh, and then actually as I've been listening to them, I've been like, I genuinely feel this Saturday Poland is going to have a very, very, very good national selection with the songs that they have. I can totally now understand why the initial idea was to have an internal selection, and then suddenly out of nowhere we now have a national final. I don't know whether that is because there is a basket of songs that are really, really decent. So I don't know whether the Polish national broadcast was like, you know what, just let the people decide, because actually we've got some decent songs this year. If Poland pick wisely, which I think they will, then I think there's a few songs here that could really, really rustle some feathers at Eurovision. So regardless of that, let's put that aside, and yeah, let me go through my personal top 10. Okay, so actually interestingly, when you put this onto a playlist on Spotify, I think they amp the volume up on YouTube. And actually, when I reacted to this initially with the video, I was actually quite intrigued. And moreover, it certainly was one of the standouts after listening to all 10. Now, I will say, if you listen to it on Spotify, the chorus is kind of a little bit more subdued. It doesn't really pop as much. And as a result, when it comes on, it's a nice melody, but I don't really kind of jam with it. So I thought it was going to be a lot higher in the end, but it ended up being number 6. I think it's a nice song. I like that traditional feel to it, and I liked watching the video. But ultimately, when you compare it to all the other songs, something on Spotify, it's strange. That chorus doesn't pop as much on Spotify. So I think on YouTube or in the video, they've upped the volume a little bit. But it's a nice song. I like it. Yeah, as I said, I think I pretty much like all of the songs, bar one, in this national final. I don't know me no more lately. See the monster that you made me. Maybe it's a bad paranoia. Look, at the end of the day, it's so interesting reacting to these songs of the Polish national final, because there's a huge Ochman team, but there is a significant Daria team. And it's so interesting reading, oh goodness me, the comments. To be honest, first of all, Poland should count themselves lucky that they've actually got quite a few decent songs to choose from. But I do feel that there is a sense out there that Poland understand that Ochman is the clear choice for Eurovision. And as a result, this is a threat. And so as a result of that, I've kind of received a few comments on my videos that I feel were unjust. A lot of people have said she can't sing this live. I mean, you could be kind of letting me know that in a kind of to inform me way, and that's absolutely fine. I've not gone out of my way to see this live. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. The song's been out for a few months. She's had plenty of time to rehearse this for the national final. I don't know, maybe some people genuinely think that actually she just doesn't, it doesn't matter how much she rehearses, she's not going to be able to sing this live. But can I just make a case for this song? This song is instantaneous. And what I mean by that is at Eurovision, you have 3 minutes. Okay, so take obviously Poland out, you can't vote for yourself. 99.5% of people tuning into that final will have never heard any song before. So it's really important that you have an instantaneous song, and I think this is what this delivers. And moreover, like if I'm trying to think of an artist right now whereby there's a comparison to be made, it's definitely Ava Max. Like Ava Max is current and moreover is successful. If this does win on Saturday, and I know there's going to be a lot of people in Poland and outside of Poland who's going to feel cheated and feel that Ochman won or should have won, okay? If this wins, I want people to realise that this is a really, really strong song. And moreover, coming back to me and my personal preferences, this sound is just absolutely in my zone. I'm listening to lots of songs at the moment that sound like this. Adeline from Norway, she's got a new song called Obsessed. So yeah, ultimately, it's Europop. And actually, you know, the last time I feel like I've heard a successful Europop song is, what's her name? Alexandra Stan from Romania. And what was that hit that she had years and years ago? This is good. This is quality. In my top 10, number 3. So I do understand that this is commercial pop. I do understand that after a couple of listens, the thing about commercial pop is you can kind of get bored of it. I'm not saying I'm bored of it, but I am under the full knowledge that there's nothing necessarily original about this sound. And moreover, again, this is personal. This is not what I think Poland should do. But I do genuinely think on the flip side, if I give the other side of the argument, that actually, if you think about it last year, female vocalists into that final just kind of struggling to get into that top 10. Israel, Cyprus, San Marino, Greece got in there in the end, but you know if this goes, it's not getting top 3, top 5. You know that. But ultimately, I love it. If it wins, I'd be fine with it. And I think Poland can relax. I think it will give them a good showing. But yes, it's not a winner. I do get that. And actually, I was trying to go back to all the previous years of Eurovision to try and find a song that basically sounds similar to this, but I can't find one. It is Europop. As I said, a really good comparison is Alexandra Stan from Romania years and years ago, and that bloody song completely kind of goes out of my head. I guess it's within the same remit of Sugar from Moldova last year, Natalia Gordienko, and that didn't particularly rock any boats either. So yeah, if I get what's happening on YouTube, I get it. It's Ochman fans, but it's people that want Poland to basically come back to Eurovision with a bang. Because yeah, it's been a while since we've had a bang from Eurovision. And I feel people know Ochman's the right choice, but this one could be the problem. So I do understand why people have gone out their way to really support Ochman, or moreover, kind of tried to bring this song down. I think it's a great song. And yeah, if it wins, Poland should be proud of that victory. Let's see how she does on Saturday in regards to live vocals. Baby. Okay, so I'm going to cop out here. So I haven't included this in my top 10. I have a top 9, purely because it's just not necessarily, you're not able to kind of put it in a top 9 because, I mean, what's a philosophy reference here? If you've got like a kind of an elephant and a tiger talking to each other and neither of them make sense, they've got their own languages. I feel this song and the other kind of 9 songs are doing completely different things. I'm ranking the 9 songs that are doing the same thing, and this song doesn't fit into that ranking because it's doing something completely different. So thank you so much for everybody who has really gone out of their way to educate me about what's happening here, the fact that actually this is a song to educate and kind of raise awareness about issues related to death, not being able to hear, and actually this song is making a point regarding that, like, I guess, I don't know, deaf visibility. There is the lyrics, you can see that in the video, but obviously you can't hear them, but that's the point. I think it's a fantastic message, but like I said, how can I then put this into a song of 9? Like this song itself is only like a minute and a half, and it's a great beat, but I mean, what's the alternative? I put it in like 8 or 9, and people say that's really not fair. You can't compare them. Like I said, it would be like doing a top 9 of plants and saying that my 6th favorite plant is a bottle of wine. It shouldn't be in that ranking. So I'm gonna cop out and I'm not gonna put it in my top 9, but I appreciate what they're doing, and I think it is great that the Polish national broadcaster has showcased this song and given this song a platform to promote an issue which I feel obviously awareness should be raised about it. But that's as much as I can say on that matter. Okay, so Mila's got a slight disadvantage because her song came on Spotify a lot later. It's self-penned, so she has written this song herself. On first listen, I didn't mind it. When you put it next to the other songs, it does sound a bit basic. The songwriting of this song is very basic. And for that reason alone, this song is... I feel I've got my order all over the place. This song's my number 8. It's not my last place, but it is a very basic song. I mean, maybe Mila has written amazing songs that have been really, really successful. I don't know. But ultimately, this song is very basic. There's nothing kind of revolutionary in the song, the way it's been written. But I don't skip it. I generally don't. And it kind of picks up in the second half. So the recap's not showing that part, but it's okay. But yeah, Poland should not pick this. It's ironic that in this recap, that's the part of the song, it's the chorus that they've chosen, because when I first reacted to this song, I was lukewarm, and then actually over the last 2 or 3 days, it's really, really grown on me. It's grown on me so much that it's my number 4. Ironically, the reason why I was picking up on the fact that this recap has used the chorus, why not? I think it's the weakest part of the song, because when it gets into the why, that's good, but moreover, there's a beat that kicks in the background, which is really infectious as well. This is actually quite a good song. It's just the chorus. I'm not saying it's a bad chorus, but up to the chorus, I'm totally there. After the chorus, I'm totally there. It's the la 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 sick. I mean, again, it sounds like I'm being negative. It's my number 4, and ultimately, if I'm thinking about it, all of my top 6 I genuinely really like, and actually when they come on, I have a smile. So I think this is a good song. There's just 3 more that I think are better and that I connect with more. But I'm surprised, if I'd done my top 9 after my first listens, this would not be number 4. It is a grower, and actually there is a decent song behind a amateur video, but it's a lyric video, so we'll forgive him. And not the best chorus, but it's fine. This is the only song I skip. I can't get through it. I'm really sorry to Siostry, sister, right? Szlachta. I'm not being harsh. It's out of all of these songs, I don't. Every time I listen to it, I'm like, I will give it a go, and I just can't get to the end. All that I've done, all that I've done. Look, this is the obvious choice for Poland. And yes, I've got a vested interest in the outcome of this national final, as I said, being part Polish, and moreover, wanting Poland to rock Eurovision the way that they rock Junior Eurovision. This is the obvious choice. Like, was it 2019? Caesar Samson from Austria. If Caesar Samson from Austria can give that song with that vocal and come fourth, and for me, I feel Ochman has a better song, then I think Poland are easily, if this wins, based on what we're hearing so far in the national finals and what's been selected, how is this not going to be really, really competitive? At the end of the day, where people are questioning Daria about her vocals and whether she can sing this live, we know Ochman can sing live and sing live well. These falsettos that he hits in this song, if he hits them live, beautiful. And oh my goodness, that moment before that last chorus, that final bridge, is just magical. And when I listen to it and it comes on, I'm just like, wow. And someone did point that out to me, actually bless them, when I was reacting to his video. And I said, I particularly don't think the last chorus is necessarily wow. I kind of like a climax at the end of the song, which still is true, and I'll talk about that in a second. Someone said, well, you missed the climax because you talked over it. And it is that bridge into the chorus. It is magical. I still think that on the studio, I generally am not a huge fan of your final chorus sounding the same, both in regards to the note and also the production in comparison to the previous choruses. And that is because, huge fan of Eurovision, you kind of know at Eurovision, when you send a song to Eurovision, you have to kind of reach that climax. Now, I have heard on the grapevine that Ochman is aware that if this wins, maybe no one feels they need to change this song, all right? And someone made a joke when I said I said it doesn't need a key change. I said that, don't be corny. And someone said, what, like Poland 1994? No, or a high note or something like that. I don't know, someone made a joke. It made me laugh at the time. I'm not saying a key change, but ultimately I've heard songs like this live that are elevated at the end, either through staging, so what I mean by that is like pyro or lighting, or just the vocal. There are things that you can do with his vocal to kind of make that last kind of like 10, 12 seconds really hit you, and that's the last thing you remember. That's why I'm a really big fan of climaxes in songs, because it is the last bit that you remember. So, do I have anything else to say about this song? Because I've really waxed lyricals about it. Oh, where does it fit in my top 10? Listen, I love this song. I genuinely think if Poland don't pick this, they've made a mistake. But I've got to be honest, and I'll talk to you in a second about why. Personal top 10, it's my number 2. There's a program in the UK. What is it called? Is it Wipeout? It's an awful dating program. So I'm a bit worried I'm going to say number 2, and people are like, literally switch off this video. If you do that, then that's your preference. I'd be upset, but I will get over it. Number 2, but I feel I've really supported how great this song is. That's so good. Does it feel losing my mind? I'm with you. Oh God. I literally every day this song has gone from 9th to 8th to 7th. I think that's why. I think had I had one more day, it probably would be in 6th place. If you watch my initial reactions, this song was like the worst song. I couldn't get through it. But something's happened whereby I think the chorus is actually really, really good. It feels like a demo, I must admit. It feels like a demo. And I feel if the song was given to a producer, it could be elevated. And I don't think it's necessarily a scenario where you're polishing a turd. There is something quite decent there. But at the end of the day, I mean, 7 is pretty good, I feel. And yeah, she's Eurovision royalty. She's been there before. As a Eurovision fan, I mean, it would almost be like blasphemy. So yeah, number 7. Right, hold on a minute. Anya. So we've got 2 more songs left, right? This and Move, 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 Move. Okay, so for this one, this is my number 1. Literally on first listen, I was like, I think I'm gonna like this. I've already said this reminds me so much of Maja Keic, No One from Slovenia, I think 2012, which I'm obsessed with. Like, I've been waiting for this sound in national finals and I haven't got it yet. And it was the first time I've heard this sound this year. I'm sure it will come up again in another national final this year. But like, I'm obsessed with this song. Now, it was number 2 up until I lost my keys. So I was in the metro. I just got my spare set and this came on. And at the end, it goes... And I was on the metro being like, thinking about the person who evidently has my keys. Someone has my keys because I backtracked those steps. I know exactly where I dropped them, I think, and they're not there. And this song kicked in and it really tapped into my emotions. The thing is, it's not an angry song, so I don't know how to interpret it that way. Look, at the end of the day, this personal top 10 is all about connections. And I really connect with this song. I connected it from the beginning and it's just gone up, gone up. Can I just say also the last 3 days, Ochman, Krystian Ochman, Daria and Anya, the last 3 days have switched from first, second, third, first, second, third, first, second, third. But yeah, like I said, I think at 2 o'clock today, this was my second. And then I was listening to the songs on the metro to go and get my keys, feeling pretty depressed. And then got the keys coming back to my apartment. And then this song came on and just something connected in the moment. I was like, nah, this is it. This is it. This is my number 1. If I did this tomorrow, could it be all different? But at the end of the day, it's Eurovision. It's all fun. It's all no one's being hurt in this video. Number 1. Move, 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 move. Look, at the end of the day, I'm a big fan, of reggaeton. Reggaeton? I listen to, there's 2 female artists that I listen to, Becky G and, who's the other one? Carol G? Anyway, a huge fan of this genre. And when I was watching the first time I heard this, the video, I was sitting back and I was careful what I was saying because I was like, Shane, you love this sound. But I knew, based on what I'd heard previously, this is not a good choice for Poland. Spain's already given us this, and yeah, it would be dodgy qualifier, whether it would or would not qualify. It doesn't sound authentic to Poland, but I love this sound. So it's my number 5. It was my number 4 for a while, but la la la. La 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 Lovesick. This morning, I don't know, I was walking to work and I was like, nah, that is a better song. So that's my number 5. So. So those are my top 10. My top 10. they have no kind of bearings on anything. I have nothing else to say. I felt I left it all on the court. It's all in every explanation I made about that song. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Please let me know what you think. Please do comment below. Please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Please do click the notification button so you're informed if and when I post videos. And yeah, until next time, stay safe.